Welcome to the Monkey Paw's Grave, episode 3. I'm Quinn.
I'm Elliott.
Hiya.
And I'm Capn.
We should come up with a fucking intro, huh?
We should. Have you listened to the podcast before, viewer?
This isn't Dora the Explorer.
Why can't it be?
It could be.
Can you see the scrolling fog on screen?
It's not really scrolling, it's kind of jumping.
It's jittering a bit.
It took me so long to make that stupid
It's
fucking
I Spy.
gif.
It's like, can you find 12 rubber ducks hidden within this video?
Is this I Spy?
Yes.
I have so many of those books, they're good.
Are we video game characters? Is this our, dialogue sound?
What?
Someone walks up to me and presses A and I just go, rip.
What was that? That
I
was
think it's like
impressive.
two different video games.
That was my talk noise.
You're like in Banjo Kazooie, we're in like some kind of anime game.
Huh?
Oh! Wait, I'll be the anime girl. It's like, oh!
You didn't have to do that.
You gotta have one of those.
Is that just a normal conversation sound?
Yeah.
I feel like that's less normal conversation and more like fucking every single noise an anime girl ever makes.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be the anime girl.
Anyways, does anyone have a curse to start us off with?
Yeah, on this episode, we talk about fun curses.
I think you mean on this podcast, not this episode.
No, it's just this episode.
Well, we do talk about that on this episode.
Just this episode. Usually they're shit and they're boring.
Just this episode. Next week we're going back to comments.
On this podcast, we talk about fun curses.
Okay.
I like how you got, softer and quieter through that whole sentence.
They're fading away. Oh god, oh fuck.
Would anyone like to volunteer?
So, does anybody have...
This isn't.
Does anybody have one to start us off?
Sure, I've got a pretty good one.
Hate this, actually.
What if we did an ASMR episode?
I mean, is this turning into a fucking ASMR? Because I can end that real quick.
We should do that. We should have an episode where with no explanation we all just whisper,
That'd be very...
and we don't address it.
Is that going to be the same one where we have a laugh track in the background?
Yes. Laugh track ASMR.
Wait, no, we're revealing our secrets. Everybody quiet.
Shut the fuck up.
Cut this out, cut this out. It's a teaser trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody have a curse to start us off?
Sure.
I don't.
I've got one. I've got a pretty good one. Okay, right. So we all love the Monkey Paw's Grave, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Debatable.
We all wanted
I
to...
love it.
We all wanted to be successful and to have many listeners and to be loved.
Like a child.
And that's our number one priority. So what we wish from the Monkey Paw itself. So we go to and we say, I wish for the Monkey Paw's Grave to have everlasting popularity and for it to be successful forever. Right, so cut to 80 years later, and we're all ancient, decrepit old people, and we're still doing this podcast, and we're not allowed to stop.
Like,
At all?
completely still going, like it's all one episode.
Oh, I was thinking...
Like it's not weekly anymore.
It's just a live stream by then.
Well, by then it might be, I don't know. People might want a live feed going on constantly.
Ugh.
We don't know what's gonna happen in 2080.
Well, we've wished for everlasting success.
80 years from now is not 2080.
I think you mean 2100.
We've wished for everlasting success, so we will now. We will never be able to stop doing it. Like, how would you feel about that?
One of us dies on screen, we have to keep doing bits.
No, the curse makes it so that we're immortal.
Yeah.
But, only for the purposes of recording the podcast.
Yeah, we just go back to being dead as soon as the podcast stops.
They have to do a ritual before each episode to, rise us from the grave.
To bring us back. It's just a bunch of people in, those fucking foam-fingered fucking things.
Man, what's the point of those?
It's for pointing.
It's dumb.
And also for summoning dead co-hosts.
What's with the cheese hats? Where is it that does cheese hats? I don't get it. What's happening? What's
I
going
think
on?
it's
Who
because
did
Wisconsin,
that? Man,
the fucking state that has them, is a very big producer of cheese.
they're freaks, and I hate them.
It's like the reason that Georgia's weird symbol thing is the peach.
What are cheese hats?
I don't know. Football makes people go crazy.
Do people wear peach hats?
I feel like they should.
Little butt hats, lol.
Sports make people go out of their goddamn
Yeah.
minds.
Is this just a hat made of cheese, or in the shape of a giant
It's
block?
in the
shape
shape of a
like
cheese.
A slice of some cheddar.
It should be made out of cheese, but it is not because sports fans are
Man,
cowards.
that'd be a good way to get rid of all your extra cheese, Wisconsin. They have caves full of cheese.
Yeah, you're producing way too fucking much.
Imagine you're wearing a cheese hat at like one of the games, and like the person behind you, it's like made of foam, it's fake, and the person behind you just starts like chomping on it and like taking chunks out of it. Like a feral
They just have like a
fucking
fork
animal.
and some crackers, and they're just like,
Hey, would you guys want to explore the Wisconsin cheese caves with me?
no.
Cheese caves?
What the fuck is the Wisconsin cheese caves?
Is that where they mine the cheese and refine it from its ore?
They have literal caves, like, full of cheese that they can't get rid of. Because people
What?
don't eat enough cheese.
I love that. Do they
Okay.
encourage you to start like going to town on it all?
No, it's like private property, I think.
Well, they can't get rid of it. Why can't I eat it?
Well,
Motherfuckers.
they're trying to get rid of it.
Well, you have to fucking buy it.
Ugh.
That'd be like if they just let people walk into milk cartons and dump their poisons into it.
Well, how about they just stop making cheese?
Stop
The
making
plan is
cheese.
for the cheese to be eaten eventually.
Well, I want to eat it right now.
Isn't like the pile of cheese they have bigger than the entirety of the White House?
That sounds good.
It's a lot of cheese.
Anyways, I think I have a really cool plan. Does anyone have a really large cheese hook and a helicopter?
What's a cheese hook?
What the fuck is
A
a
hook for cheese.
For getting cheese.
You just hook it into the cheese, and then you just fucking pick it up, and you dump all of it on the White House, crushing it instantly.
Okay.
Yes! I love this plan.
And then we just sculpt the cheese so that the entirety of the White House is now just made out of cheese.
I really like the concept of a cheese hook, like a hook specifically made to hook cheese. Like, how is it different from any other hook?
Well, I mean, they have way too many fucked up tools for everything on Earth. Like the fucking that weird toast stick thing that Victorians used to use, where they just like fucking put toast on a weird fucking stick, and then they just put it in the fire.
I mean, they didn't have a toaster.
I mean, yeah, but like, just hold it with your hands.
Over the fire?
How's that different from, like, the pizza oven stick where you get the pizza with it?
Because the pizza stick is used for fucking beatings.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
Why can't we use the toast sticks for beatings?
Yeah.
Because they're sharp, they'd hurt.
No one's stopping you.
I think we can evolve as a species
We don't need eyes.
and use toast sticks to beat people.
I think that we, as a species, can evolve by using fucking bludgeoning tools all the time. Very smart.
No episode titles will be taken from this part.
Fun fact, I accidentally bludgeoned myself in the head the other day. It was fun.
How'd you do that?
You thought you had a concussion.
Really?
By the way, you woke up, so like, you didn't have a concussion, and I was right.
I'm pretty sure I had, like, a very minor concussion.
How did you do that?
Whatever.
I don't think he had a concussion.
I had some sort of injury.
You didn't have a concussion. You hit yourself in the head and you got a headache. It's called being an idiot.
Please, Quinn, how did you do that?
I was running around with a stick, and I jumped off the stairs, and I accidentally smacked myself in the back of the head with my cool stick.
I feel like you should mention that,
You were running around with a stick?
yeah, you're running around with your little siblings. You weren't just like doing that as like an adult.
Oh,
I was running around with my little siblings to entertain them.
that makes sense.
Oh, that makes more sense. They're just doing it alone, just fucking jumping off stairs, doing Tony Hawk skate tricks.
The stick also is a stick that I found on the ground, and I've been slowly sanding and filing down so that it's nice and smooth and cool.
That's because you're epic.
Oh, that's fun.
How big is this stick? Is it like a walking stick, or is it just like fucking something you nicked off a tree and still has like a leaf attached?
It's like caveman club sized.
You clubbed yourself in the back of the head.
I clubbed myself in the back of the head.
Dare I say iconic?
No need to dare, just do.
So you'd all be fine with that curse back there then?
I mean, I don't know about it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
I wouldn't.
Would I be able to fucking interact with my family members and loved ones during the fucking podcast recording?
What?
It's unlikely. Your popularity would have grown too great.
Yeah, there's already a shit ton of downsides to being immortal, and a shit ton of downsides to being famous, so like...
And you said we'd be old people in 80 years, so like we're still aging, but we just like live forever as like old freaks. Can't even be like a sexy immortal vampire.
God, that reminds me of this like shitty creepypasta comic that I read, where it's just like a baby that ages way too fucking quickly, and so like a few hours after it's born, it's already 100, and then it just keeps going until it's just like a heart attached to the walls with skin strings.
That sounds pretty fucked up.
Is that what happens when you get old enough?
Yeah, it was fucked up, and it was also very untagged and just in my face.
Nice.
I thought it was just like a fucking cool, funny manga about like fucking family bonds and shit, but no.
Family
it's
Guy!
fucking, you know. Hey, what if a child grew really quickly and also turned into an eldritch being? Would that be fucked up or what?
That's just what happens when you get old. That's why they kill you off by the time you're 100.
What? Is that what they do there?
On your 100th birthday, they put you to sleep. Otherwise, you attach yourself to the wall.
I'm pretty sure that's the fucking plot point of a Futurama episode.
Yeah, it is.
No, you're wrong.
It was like 160, though.
It is. No, it was 120.
They don't euthanize them, they go into the old person matrix,
Yeah.
actually, you idiot.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Isn't that a type of sleep? The most peaceful sleep?
The Matrix sleep.
The old person matrix?
Being turned into a battery?
Yeah.
Where they play bingo all day.
Yeah.
I want to go to the old person matrix.
The guy stares at a television static screen and then his eyes turn static, and I think that's cool. I want that to happen in real life to me.
I want to grow up. When I grow up, I want to be Professor Farnsworth from Futurama.
You want to be completely unhinged?
Don't we all?
Yeah.
I want you to become Professor Farnsworth because he's the sexiest man alive.
Thank you.
No, that title goes to Dr. Robotnik. More specifically from the fucking Saturday morning cartoon.
I mean, it's a pretty close tie.
We can argue about who's the sexiest old man all day, fellas.
Alrighty, should we just move on to the next curse then?
Yeah. I still don't
Alrighty.
have one.
Oh my god, it's been a week!
Get well soon.
I like that you both chose cartoon ones.
I had the brief glimpse of one, like a few minutes before we started recording, but it's fully gone now.
You gotta keep thinking. You gotta keep your thoughts going and you'll get it.
You just want me to go?
You have a week to do it. You don't even do anything else. Like, you don't fucking edit or nothing. Not to, like, get your ass, but Jesus Christ. This is your idea of a
No,
podcast. This was your idea.
I uploaded episode 1 to Podbean.
And I'm very proud of you. But think of a curse.
The Quinn's entire schedule is just sitting in an unmarked room somewhere, just sitting in the middle, in like one of those school blue chairs, just sitting there thinking about curses.
And even then, it didn't work.
Nope.
So,
Yeah. They just come out to record the podcast and eat like 3 saltine crackers before going back in.
so anyone else got a curse?
I've got one.
Yeah, Capn, go for it.
Alrighty. You ask for a really cool car. I don't know anything about cars, so just like fucking
Some kind of sports car.
put an image of a car. So it's just this really cool fucking 2020 Toyota super duper fucking car with a gun trademark. Or whatever the hell is popular nowadays. And it's just like, you ask the genie for that, and it just hands you some blue fucking paper. And it's just the blueprints for the car.
Hell yeah. Make it yourself, bitch.
So you just have to like fucking make the car yourself and buy all the
I
parts.
feel like the genie hasn't granted your wish.
The genie's a cheap bastard. He's like, yeah, I'll do it later. Yeah.
I feel like that's like equivalent to going to the store and buying like milk, and they just hand you like a picture of milk instead. Like, man, fuck you.
I mean, that doesn't tell you how to make it.
No, it's just they hand you the recipe for milk.
Hand you the milk recipe.
Yeah, when you get the blueprints, do you get the parts alongside it? Like one of those Lego kits where you can build cars?
Oh yeah, that actually would be a fucking better curse, huh? He just gives you all the parts separately and you have to IKEA them together.
Be into that. That'd be fun.
I mean, you'd still get a car out of it.
I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they don't even like give you the tools to make it or anything. It's just like fucking hammer and a nail. A board and a nail, no hammer.
I mean, you just like hire some dude. You'd be like, hey, I got all the parts for a big fucking cool fancy car and the blueprints, but like, can you come put it together for me? And like, they do it. It would cost a lot of money.
I feel like that would be slightly suspicious. Just like, hey, I have all of these separate car parts, and I don't know how they go together. Can you fix this for me?
It's just like that Johnny Cash song.
Is that a Johnny Cash song?
Johnny Cash song, I stole bits of cars and then I want you to put them together for me.
That's literally the song.
Yeah.
The song is he works at a car factory and he slowly steals bits and pieces of the car that he wants, one piece at a time.
I feel like people would notice if an entire fucking tire went missing.
Nah.
Or, like, the frame of the car.
You're getting my car back, you fixed, like, the cylinders, but there's no fucking engine.
Like, he just fucking yoinks that right off.
He stole the engine parts, too. And then he gets, like, all his friends in the neighborhood to come help him build this completely, totally stolen car.
I mean, you could probably do something like that with maybe something that isn't a car, because I feel like a car you take out one of the bits and it's like, hey, this car don't work anymore.
He works at the car factory. He's not taking bits and pieces out of fully formed cars.
Wow.
Oh my god!
I farmed this car myself.
Fully farmed.
Raised it in the meadows
What valves?
from a calf.
Anyways.
This car is corn-fed.
Anyways. I feel like if I wished for that and the genie gave me, like, the pieces for the car and the blueprints, I'd love that, actually. I'd love building a car.
I am also a big fan of arts and crafts.
You could get into that as a hobby.
You have no idea how to build cars.
He gave me the blueprints!
It's a learning opportunity.
You can show me the blueprints of, like, a NASA rocket. Doesn't mean I'll be able to do it.
What if he just, like, didn't give you the blueprints at all?
I don't know, I'd figure it out.
You'll crash and die.
I wouldn't drive the car.
I'm sure. Follow your dreams, I guess.
I don't have a license. I just like building stuff.
You just sell it off for profit.
You sell this fucking lemon of a sports car.
I love building Lego sets and, like, models.
It's just like one part from a million different cars just duct taped together.
You can't drive. You don't have a license to drive, Quinn.
No.
So you'd be building this whole car, but you wouldn't even be able to. That's not nice. That's not nice at all.
Well, I mean, you asked for the car in the first place, so, like, what else were you gonna do with it?
Well, I wouldn't wish for a car, is the thing.
Oh.
I'd enjoy building the car, and I could, like, listen to the radio, I guess.
You're the person that we hire to fix the car for us. Because you're the cheapest one.
Car mechanic that has no car license. Oh my god, this is so sad. He can fix the cars, but he can never drive them.
What is it, like a eunuch at the harem?
Oh.
Why is that the example that you chose?
Is it a saying? It sounds like a saying. I was ready to believe it was.
It was a tumble post.
What?
Well, I could have said the other one from the post was lactose intolerant cheesemaker, was it? That would have worked.
Oh my god, this is so sad!
But I mean, eunuch at a harem is funny, so.
It is funny.
So why do you question me?
Listen, do you guys like our podcast where we say our... Oh, fuck.
Did you just fall off your chair?
That was that water bottle.
Hang on. My what? Bottle over? Do you guys like our podcast where we say your joke is funny to each other, where we look at each other in the eyes and say, yeah, your joke's funny.
It's that validation. We need it.
It's a positive listening experience. That's what we need to make.
I need you to tell me the joke is funny.
Anyways.
Have you thought of a curse yet?
No.
Okay. Are we gonna have like a prolonged silence where we all play Minecraft again because you need to think of a curse?
Have you thought of one?
I have a curse. I've had one since like 2 days after we recorded the last one.
Oh, nice.
I've had one since middle school.
Do you want to go for it? And if Quinn hasn't thought of one by the time we're done, we just mock.
We fucking point and laugh at them, push them into the locker.
I just give him one of mine that I just thought of.
What if you wished... I got a curse.
Okay.
What if you wished to record a fun podcast with your friends, but you couldn't think of any ideas for the podcast and everyone made fun of you?
That's reality.
You need to wish for that.
You wished for your friends to make fun of you because you couldn't think of anything? That was part of the wish?
No, that's the curse part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wished to make a fun podcast with your friends, but the genie was like, okay, but you can't think of any ideas for it, and your friends will all make fun of you and hate you.
Hit you?
Hit me, yeah, you attack me.
Alright, everyone. Get your clothes.
Beat the shit out of Quinn.
Get their ass.
They hit you with your own custom-made clothes.
Can I use that clown club?
Yeah.
You'll have to hand it to me.
Like a juggling club?
Yeah, I bought like a juggling club. It's like an old wooden one. It
Oh.
looks like shit, but like...
Can you juggle?
Nice.
Absolutely not. I can't even juggle like regular objects.
I got a
Funny.
juggling kit for Christmas once from my grandma. And
Nice.
like, it fucking stunk because A, I have never expressed a want to juggle,
Why not, loser?
and B, my cousins both got really cool Nerf guns. And they were just like hitting each other with it for like the entirety of the thing, and I was just sitting there with this juggling kit being like, well, at least I have these cool colored rags.
You could have thrown the rags at them.
Yo, okay, have you ever tried throwing a rag or any other form of paper-like material?
It wasn't like beanbags, it was rags, like strips of fabric.
Juggle like tissues.
I mean, there were bean bags, but like, they fucking sucked.
Yay. Thanks, Grandma. I really love the gifts from family members who know nothing about you, and it's like, wow, thanks for this piece of shit you've given me. I'm not going to use this. Thank you. Like, they'll get you, like, fucking scrapbooking shit, and it's like, okay, cool, I guess.
It's like that one fucking The Best song, where it's just like, he gave me something that I didn't have, but have no use.
I don't think anyone who gets the reference, but I'm very happy that you shared.
It was in that one Neil Cicierega mashup.
I'm sorry, I'm a fake fan.
Called The Best.
I'm one of them fucking phonies that only ever listens to Spirit Phone.
Oh.
I'm going to beat you to
I'm
death.
so sorry. Sometimes I listen to the other ones when they're, like, on, but there's, like, 100 of them, so, like,
We're going to beat you to death.
I'm too scared to kind of listen to all of them. It'll take me forever.
Man, I'm like a big fan, and I still have not listened to all of his songs.
Yeah. I barely just started Dinosaur Orchestra like a few weeks ago just because I wanted something to listen to while I was in the shower and View Monster was getting really old.
Are we gonna keep this part in the podcast
I don't know.
where we talk about Neil Cicierega songs?
I mean, sure.
I don't mean to. I'm not saying we should stop talking about it, but do you think should we keep it in the podcast?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Why would we cut it out?
If we say anything funny, I'll keep it in.
Okay. Well, I guess the whole podcast is getting cut. Bring it in, folks.
I miss Neil. I wish he'd come back.
Where did he go?
Is he dead? Is he dead?
I wish he'd come back from the war.
Sorry, I keep doing this. I keep doing this. He's somewhere in Portugal right now.
No.
Oh! Somebody want him.
What if you wish for Portugal to come back, but everyone from Portugal was really racist now?
What?
Oh god.
They just came back really fucking racist.
What was that the thing you went with?
That's my curse.
That's a bad thing that could happen.
I thought you were going to be like, maybe the people in Portugal are left behind in the void or something, but...
Or they're like zombies.
No.
Or something.
Everyone from Portugal came back, but now they're just really fucking racist.
They're just huge
That's a bad thing that
dicks.
could happen when you wish for that. Yeah, that's a good.
I miss the
curse.
Portuguese. It's not really like a twist on anything, though. It's just sort of an unfortunate thing that happened.
I mean, it kinda is, cause like,
I mean,
you're wishing for a lost country to come back, but then all the people from it are very not nice.
But why would they? Okay.
what if you wished? What if you wished for the lost city of Atlantis back, and then everyone from Atlantis came and just started berating you and attacking you like emotionally?
What do you mean lost?
What, they didn't want to come back?
The lost city you wish for
Are you having a heart attack?
You wish for the lost city of Atlantis, the one that fell into the ocean. You wish for that place back, and then everyone from Atlantis comes and personally starts attacking you and calling you stupid names.
What do you mean back? It's already there.
Oh,
What?
When did it come back? When that happened?
It was just a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Portugal tagged it in.
Equivalent exchange, we traded Portugal for Atlantis.
That's where Portugal went? We traded for Atlantis?
They just traded places.
I mean, I don't know if that's a fair trade. Portugal's like a whole country. Atlantis is one city. I don't know if that's like a fair trade.
Okay, but Atlantis is cool. It's underwater and shit.
I've heard it's a pretty good city.
What's Portugal ever done for
I mean,
us?
like, according to the fucking whatevers, Atlantis had, like, fucking advanced technologies, and the gods were just like, you know what? Fuck these guys in particular, and they just like fucking right into the ocean.
I mean, it happened so long ago though that advanced technologies is gonna be what, like an
Yeah.
old TV.
Their advanced technology is very soggy.
Their advanced technology is like,
An iPad.
the Apple computer. That's their one advanced technology that they managed to pump out before they were sunk into the ocean.
And like a Segway.
Could you say maybe that everyone in Atlantis was walking around wearing watches, maybe? And that was what did them in.
Their advanced technology was amiibo cards.
No!
Like technology for something that hadn't come out.
Their advanced technology is just like some writings on some paper.
Do you think people hadn't invented writing yet? People just couldn't read and write?
No, there was just some writings on paper just detailing all of their really cool shit before they just destroyed it all or something.
It was the blueprints for that car.
And then they just got fucking flooded, and then all the ink on the paper got really soggy and went everywhere.
Icky.
So it's just lost forever now.
Segway. Who has one? Who has a curse?
I don't have a segue.
Me? I don't have a Segway, but I have a curse.
The segue was me saying Segway.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Well, whenever you say
Welcome.
Segway, I think about Paul Blart Mall Cop, so keep that in mind. So I'm imagining him
Just-
riding around in my brain.
Just save that in your memory.
The most iconic Segway rider.
What if you wished for another Paul Blart Mall Cop movie and the genie granted that wish perfectly, but the curse was that Paul Blart Mall Cop movies are not good movies?
I think that's called reality.
So you got exactly what you wanted, but it still wasn't like a good movie. It was just like another Paul Blart Mall Cop bad movie.
The curse is the inherent terribleness of Paul Blart Mall Cop movies.
Anyways, what's your curse?
Oh.
Anyways, so you go up to the genie and you ask him to make you immortal because you don't want to die. That's fucking scary. That's stinky. And he's like, well, I can't make you immortal because that's against the rules of some shit. So he goes, but I can make you biologically immortal so that your cells don't die and that you have youthful DNA and your cells can reproduce endlessly. And you're like, so he goes, yeah, that's fucking awesome. And then he turns you into a lobster and you die because your lungs collapse. Gills, sorry, fuck, corpses don't have lungs.
I thought you were gonna say just like your cells keep reproducing and you just eventually like grow into a fucking giant or something.
Just like a tumor.
So hold on. What
Yeah.
what do lobsters do exactly?
Lobsters, they have, so how, cells works, when your cells split, it's gonna be a biological lesson, when your cells split, there's like a little thing at the end of your chromosomes that like keeps them all together, but every time they split, there's a limited amount, so it kind of goes down like a little part, it can't replicate it properly, so that eventually, when you're old and disgusting, you run out of that shit at the end of your chromosomes, and they start to kind of unwind, and they can't like reproduce properly, and that's when they degrade and like die and shit.
And your DNA sort of starts degrading, yeah.
Your DNA just gets fucked up, and you can't like live. And lobsters don't do that.
But lobsters can just like make more.
Yeah,
They just have the gene to make more telomere.
yeah, that's it.
And they don't die, they don't like age, they just like die because they get too big to support themselves.
Yeah.
Like usually one of the leading causes for death is shedding their shells because they're so big that it takes so long.
Would there be an equivalent for humans of getting too big to support yourself?
Oh yeah, you can only get so tall, and then you. Well, I mean, that means you just have
Yeah.
to go on like all fours.
Yeah, but you stop getting taller, right?
I feel like your height isn't dependent on your age, because I've seen a lot of short old people,
Yeah, you do begin to get smaller after you get old enough.
and way too many tall yet younger than me people,
I mean, yeah, but I mean, lobsters
But,
just
like-
keep growing. It's the thing.
like fucking Barry from the 3rd grade, who was like 4 inches taller than me when I was in the 4th grade.
Do you have like a lot of pent up rage about that?
No.
I mean, the reason you get shorter as you get older is like the same reason that you get older.
You don't get shorter.
Gravity just pulls you down harder because you're older.
You definitely don't just get shorter. Like your
Yeah, you
posture
do.
gets bad, and like your spine kind of compresses.
Old people have to carry all those numbers of their age on their backs, so that's why they're heavy.
You absolutely get shorter, don't you?
That's their sins on their back.
But like the reason that old people like look shorter and smaller is because they're getting old.
Damn, really? Never would have guessed.
So like if you didn't age, then you wouldn't look like that.
Damn, really?
So you would just get taller and taller, and your blood would be...
You wouldn't grow. You don't keep growing.
No, you'd stop growing
you
after,
don't.
like, you reach the age of 20-something. At the latest,
Yeah,
at the very
'cause
latest.
you stop growing at that age because you stop making more cells and telomeres and stuff.
Okay, sure.
So if you
Okay,
just lived
so-
forever like a lobster, then you would get too big to support your own, like, body.
If we were lobsters, sure.
So you're saying that you get to be like that one Chinese man who, like the former tallest man in the world? Okay.
Yeah.
You just kept on getting taller and taller?
He
Okay.
just had like fucking hands the size of Pepsi cans.
Pepsi cans aren't that big.
No, I mean like the 2-liter ones.
That's not a can, that's a bottle.
So?
2-liter Pepsi can.
And they just make them really big just for him.
Custom made Pepsi. He just loves Pepsi so much.
It's just like someone walks up to him and is like, "Your 2-liter Pepsi kind, sir."
That's his butler.
Yeah.
Because we all know if you get tall enough, they give you a butler.
Whenever you get a world record, there's just a butler that gets sent to you in the mail.
What if when you asked for immortality, he was like, I can give you like good cells and shit. He just like injected you with lobster DNA and you like died because your body didn't like that.
I don't know if that's like so much as a genie as it is like a mad scientist.
Just some guy on the street who's like fucked up.
Oh god. Oh,
I don't know if
Christ.
that's so much of a genie as it is Cave Johnson.
You were hallucinating, so you just like thought he was a genie.
It's just like fucking. Oh god. Oh god. That reminds me of my curse, kinda.
No, but I can inject you with lobster DNA.
Why would you agree to a person who asks if you want to have lots of cells?
You just walk into like a fucking New York alleyway and it's just like, "Hey kid, you want a lot of cells?"
Hey, you want some more cells?
And he just takes out a comically huge syringe.
Hey kid, you want some stem cells?
Oh god. Anyways, that fucking reminds me of my curse that I want to do now.
Well, no spoilers.
It's kind of short.
Well, that's a good segue.
Kind of short, but like, here I go anyway. You just ask for like a bunch of crack cocaine, and then the genie materializes it, and he just fucking snorts it all in front of you. And he's just like, "You a second wish?"
Like he's just a dick.
You just ask for like a gourmet meal, and then he just scarfs it down in one fucking bite.
I love this asshole genie. It's the same one where you ask for a knife and he just fucking shivs you.
Are you okay?
Everyone loves the crack genie.
That's why he's like this. That's why the genie's always fucked up, because he's on crack. So it's just like a useless
Oh god, I
shit.
need to sit down. Oh, fuck.
Not to imply that everyone who has a crack addiction is a piece of shit, but he just doesn't do well on drugs, let's say.
Can we add guy who wants to give you cells to like the list of people who can give us curses? I really like him.
Like a fucked up scientist? Fuck yeah. So we've got the monkey paw, the genie, and just like some guy in like an alley who's like a fucked up scientist.
That's just one of my friend's OCs.
Okay. I think I might have a curse. No, I don't. Why did I say that?
That was just like a voice clip that someone took and played.
You were hoping you could just will it into existence.
I had like half of 2 curses, so I was like, oh, I'm good, I can go.
You go anyway.
Just slap them together.
Just say both of them.
One was about golf and one was about laundry.
Was it about getting a hole in one? Sorry.
Um,
I'm so sorry.
What?
what did you do?
Oh, I thought I ruined it. Okay, good.
No.
Okay, good.
I thought you were apologizing because what you said was like awful and horrible and offensive.
Is it about getting a hole in one? Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry I got a hole in one. I didn't mean it.
I'm so sorry I said hole in one.
Haven't you heard that joke?
No.
Oh, okay. Why does the golfer wear 2 pairs of socks? In case he gets a hole in one.
I'm gonna beat you to death.
Okay. I thought that was your anchor.
Yeah.
We're good.
You ask for a hole in one and he chops one out of your sock.
I don't know how it would have worked, okay?
You're in the middle of a golf course and you found a genie.
Sticks a drill through your shoe.
He fucking rips your sock off like a feral little man.
Can we add the feral little man to the list of people?
That's the scientist.
Okay.
Fucking alley scientist is my new favorite Monkey's Paw Grave character.
We should add leprechauns. We should do leprechauns also. Leprechauns are fun.
Do they do wishes or do they just like have gold and...
I feel like it's an Irish stereotype.
Leprechauns are functionally the same as genies, but like, I like leprechauns. They're fun. They're little men who like gold.
I like how you just completely like ignored what Capn said.
Are they known for granting wishes, but in a fucked up way?
If you get a doubloon from their pot of gold, they'll grant you a wish. I don't know.
I feel like the wish is always, I wish for one doubloon of gold.
I've never heard that in my life.
You just have it.
Also, I think we should bring back the word doubloon for money.
I feel like the leprechaun wish thing is more about like outsmarting the leprechaun than it is about being outsmarted by the leprechaun, but like, I like leprechauns. They're funny little men.
I mean, you can do leprechauns if you want. You did like a what if life was a video game? So like, whatever. No rules, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Rules are gone. There are no rules.
Man, I have like the beginning of a curse, and I keep forgetting that I have that and I gotta elaborate on it in my head.
And just like say that first line of the curse and then just like go off from it and like try and find out how can I make what this person wished for really fucked up and evil.
Okay, I've got a curse. Are we ready for my curse?
Are you?
We're ready.
I'm ready. Okay. What if you wished you never had to do laundry again? And the way that the genie grants this is whenever your clothes are dirty, they go straight into an incinerator. And new sets of clothes just appear in your, like, wardrobe or closet or cupboard. But, like, they're not clothes that you picked out, they're just, like, randomly generated clothes.
That is a very good curse.
And you had to live like that.
Oh no. So you got like a Pickle Rick shirt?
Yeah, like a Pickle Rick shirt!
Okay.
Like, it could be anything.
I feel like there would be a way to game this where it's just like, if you don't like a shirt that the genie's picked out for you, you just spill some water on it and get it dirty and shit.
You just like throw it in the garden and you're like, alright, it's dirty, give me that.
Or it's like someone accidentally spills like some fancy wine on your shirt while you're at a fancy restaurant and then you just fucking like instantly naked.
Is the main part of this that the genie is just trying to get you to go around not wearing clothes?
No, it's that the genie's trying to get you go around wearing horrible clothes, like the worst outfits you could imagine.
I really do like the idea of the pervert genie who's like, oh, you don't want to do laundry ever again? And he just like makes you incapable of wearing clothes. Like you just can't figure it out.
They just phase right through you.
They just fall off no matter how well they fit. But like in that situation as well, if you had a shirt, like your favorite shirt, you just like would have to never wash it, or, like never get it dirty, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, how would you keep wearing it?
Yeah, you just have to like fucking cover it in paper lamination.
It wouldn't be a good shirt anymore.
You walk around making that fucking noise.
That defeats the purpose
That's
of the
another
shirt.
way that the curse could be granted. It could just make all your clothes like waterproof and dirt-proof, but they'd be like super loud and crinkly.
Yeah.
Just laminated shirts.
It's just like you walk into the club like,
Just really loud shirts.
hey guys, what's going on? Oh hey, a penny on the floor.
Pretty much, yeah. I've got a jacket that's already like that.
I got my hand dirty for that joke. Well, time to turn it into the incinerator.
What did you do?
And buy a new one.
Did you dunk it in the bin?
Did you dig your hand in the garbage?
You didn't need to do that.
Why is your hand dirty?
No, it was just like a dusty shopping bag that was like right next to my desk, and I was just like, this'll work.
I walk into the club like... What's up, guys?
Just flail around on your bed.
It's just a really windy day. You're just wearing like 40,000 trash bags taped together.
Can we all just make as much noise as possible in our surroundings? Please? Please? Can we all just like make
Wait,
as
what?
much noise as we can? Like flail around
Yes!
in our beds and stuff? Please?
What?
3. Just do it! Just make noise! 3, 2, 1.
You good?
Oh shit, my cat's here! Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We summoned him!
I was throwing pillows and shit!
What have you been throwing at your cat?
I was flailing around. I could have punched him in the fucking head. Oh, he's chilling. He's fine. He doesn't care. I could have fucking executed him.
Also, I could not hear a single fucking thing that anyone else was saying because I have to kind of lift my earphone away from my face while I'm doing the...
I won't say a damn thing.
Literally all I heard was just like someone throwing some silverware.
Are we ready to wind down?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so.
Are we gonna do the one person is a genie thing where we vote on the best one again?
Man, I do gotta remember what the curses were.
Do you want me to name them out?
Let's list them out.
We had
please.
the car blueprint, the turning into a lobster, the laundry one, and then the
Being on this podcast forever.
oh yeah, the Eternal podcast.
What else did you have, Capn? Because you had 2.
Oh yeah, I had
The
the
crack genie?
crack genie.
But I don't know if that counts because it was just like a funny joke.
That was like 1.5.
I mean, that was like another one, I think.
That was like half of one that was really funny and made me laugh really loud.
You're just like, here you go.
Man, maybe it was that one, because it was very funny.
I like the crack genie, even though I don't think it was like a full curse. I'm gonna vote for the crack genie.
Yeah.
The crack genie was really good.
I mean, I feel like the lobster one was pretty good, but just because like the one where it's just like some crackhead scientist in an alley just like fucking injecting you full of lobster genes and you die immediately.
Yeah.
Some guy just
Do you? Do you? I like that one too.
Can you even like your own curse?
Sure you
I
can.
don't know.
It's just frowned upon.
I mean, I voted for the other one.
So what are we all voting for?
Lobster.
It's 2 versus 2.
I kind of vote for the lobster too, yeah.
So 2 cracks and
Okay.
2 lobsters.
Alright.
I mean, I also liked the crack one, but it was my own one.
We could flip a coin and try and decide this.
We could flip a coin.
Alright.
Do I have a coin?
Alrighty, let me get one out of my cool
Well,
safe.
Flipping a coin only really does anything if there's like an award for winning.
I mean, it is kind of an award because you get to think of cool ways to fuck up other people's lives.
Oh, we're doing that again? Okay.
Yeah, call it in the air.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to be heads, who wants to be tails?
Head.
Alrighty, heads for Crack Genie. It's tails.
As
From
tails.
Sonic.
Which fucking sucks because I really wanted to be the genie. I should have just voted for the Crack Genie, huh?
You could have just lied.
Could have just voted for the crack genie.
Yeah, I just vote for Crack Genie now.
Oh, tie's broken, wow.
Fuck coins.
So Captain's gonna be the genie then?
Yeah, alright. Think of your wishes, folks.
Man, I don't fucking. Can I reuse my one from the first episode?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure, since it didn't actually get answered at all.
So I didn't know we were going to keep doing this bit, so I didn't think of anything. Do you want me to do that one first, and then one of you guys can think about your things during?
Yeah, sure, I already have an answer for it, anyways.
Alright. I wish for clothes for, like, any occasion.
Alrighty,
I'll
cool.
always have what I want.
You now have a magical closet full of every single article of clothing that you would ever want, but none of them are in your size. They're all either way too
Yay!
small, like for a fucking baby, or it's for someone like 12 times your height.
Yay.
Man, I'd love that.
Do you want to wear clothes that are too small? Or, like, huge?
I mean, fucking, yeah, the big clothes would be really fucking cool, because you could have a really big blanket,
Yeah.
fucking picture of Pickle Brick on it.
Big clothes are fine, but, like, small clothes stink. So, I mean, you can half do it, I guess. Big clothes can be kind of a look.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have included the big clothes, just like really fucking tiny idiot baby clothes.
General clothes for children.
Yeah. It's like in that one episode of SpongeBob where Plankton has to go buy clothes and he just gets them from a baby store because he's small.
You wish you had clothes for any occasion, and the genie gives you a magical closet full of pickle brick shirts.
They're perfect for any occasion.
For any occasion. You gives you just a Pickle Rick shirt. He's like, man, it's timeless. Turns himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
And there you go. It'll never get dirty, ever, and you cannot take it off. It is bound to your skin.
That also solves having to do laundry.
You wish for clothes for any occasion, and the genie grants the wish, but they all have, like, Pickle Rick on it somehow.
It's just like a tuxedo, but like the emblem on the fucking place where your heart is just Pickle Rick.
Like
Yes.
the ties, Pickle Rick tie.
Pickle Rick cufflinks. Anyone else got a wish?
Genie, monkey's paw, whatever you are, I wish that I could communicate with the dead.
Alrighty, you're dead. The good news is there's an afterlife. It just ended there.
That was an easy one. The genie just pulls out his fucking Glock.
Alrighty, cool. Anyways, you're dead,
Great.
and you
Next one.
you just come back as a ghost. The upside of this one is the fact that there is actually an afterlife, apparently.
Great.
Good to know.
But you can only communicate with dead people.
Only? Oh.
Oh my god, like Bruce Willis in that movie?
And as it turns out, there's a lot of dead people who are secretly racist. Like, you ever just want to talk to, like, fucking H.P. Lovecraft? You go up and like, oh, hey, H.P. Lovecraft, cool stories. And he's just like, something really racist that H.P. Lovecraft would say.
I don't know if he was, like, secretly racist. I'm pretty sure he was, like, a public, huge racist.
I don't think it was a secret, honestly, since he named his cat the thing that he named his cat.
That?
He named his cat that.
Even like, his friends at the time were like, man, you're too racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a freak.
I think that was his childhood cat or something, and the people in his house named it that, but...
Yeah, that's benefit of the doubt, Chief.
Man, he didn't change it.
It's a cat.
You can rename a cat, bro. They don't give a shit.
He named a fake cat that, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the cat has like a birth certificate with its name written on it, and it takes like fucking $40 million to change it.
Man, my cats have birth certificates. They've got records of their names. But like, yeah, you can just change it.
You can just change it, man. You can just start calling it something else. They don't care.
You don't even need to like fucking do anything. It's just like one day you start calling your cat something else.
Oh, my cat loves it. I don't like slapping her on the ass. He loves it.
What?
It's absolutely picking up me slapping my cat on the ass, but...
Yeah, absolutely.
Just amplify that in Audacity is just... Everyone gets to hear it now. Anyway.
Oh, Genie, I wish it was always the perfect temperature wherever I am. So I'm never too hot or never too cold, like Goldilocks.
Alrighty. You're making this one really tough, huh? It's the perfect temperature, but only when you're wearing, like, absolutely fucking nothing else. Like, if you wear anything else at all, it'll always be too hot. Like, even just a pair of socks.
Nudist rights.
So I have to be nude.
Yeah, basically.
Or I roast alive.
Yeah, basically. You just try and put on a fancy-looking coat, and you just fucking burst into flames.
What I thought for that was that the whole world would just become the same temperature, and, like, the ice caps would melt, and, like, all the animals that are acclimated to different climates would just get fucked up.
That would be good, but also that's, like, affecting people other than the curse bearer, so...
And also, like, your fridge is too hot.
Oh yeah, you try and open up your fridge and all the shit just melts.
Don't you got shit in your fridge?
You don't?
Well, I suppose we're done then
Yeah, I guess we're done.
with this episode. Yeah.
We ended on a really high note.
This has been
Hi, I'm
Honey
here.
Pot's Grave.
Whoa, bad timing, sorry.
Did you leave?
For like 5 minutes, yeah.
5 minutes?
Oh.
Where were you?
I think you're just really quiet and we didn't notice.
Yeah?
That's nice. That's really nice. Wow. We're keeping this in.
I thought you were just like waiting your turn to speak.
Just so we can know how unappreciated I am. Wow.
Well, I mean, you're usually very quiet and you wait your turn.
You're just really quiet and polite. We thought you were being nice and waiting your turn.
Well, I'll start interrupting then. Fine.
What happened?
You were going to.
I mean, like, at least when I left, I was like, oh, hey, guys, I'm getting a call. I gotta go. Brain blast.
Bro, I said, hang on, my cat wants out. And then I left.
Well, it was more that someone walked into this room and started talking to a cat, so I couldn't really... like, having a full-on
Well,
conversation.
to recap, since you were gone, I wished that it was always the perfect temperature around me, and Capn said, It's always the perfect temperature, but only when you're nude.
Yeah. If you put on any form of clothing, it just gets way too fucking hot.
That's pretty useful, actually. That's not a... Oh.
Is
okay.
it?
Well,
I love being naked.
You have to be nude or you roast to death.
well, no, I thought that it just happened that when you were nude, it was a good temperature. Like, let's just end this. Let's end this.
Yeah, this...
That's what I was in the process of doing.
I'm sorry.
I said a few seconds ago that we ended on a high note, and we've just clusterfucked all the way down to rock bottom.
Anyways, this has been the Honeypot's Grave, episode 3.
No.
No, it hasn't. It's been the monkey paw. You fool, you're stuck in the past.
It is the Monkey Pot's Grave, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Did you say honeypot?
Wrong grave.
They definitely did say honeypot, because they are stuck within tradition.
Okay, this has been the Monkey Paw's Grave, episode 3. I've been Quinn.
I'm Elliott.
Bye.
And I've been Capn, I guess.
We've got a Patreon, a Tumblr, a Twitter. We've got other stuff that we plug. There's a link in the description to all that.
You got a puppy!
See you next week.
That was a really good plug. Yeah, we've got some stuff. It's, whatever. Anyways, bye.
Bye. We done.
Bye.
We done here?
Yeah, we're done.
Adios.
Yeah, I guess.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Using crack and cocaine to get high. That's what you say you love. But it's really insane. You could die. What are you thinking of? 'Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it. And sooner or later you're burning your